This is what we see a lot of in Australia, especially in these areas, is cars towing caravans, 4 drivers towing caravans, as what you see here. And yep, following beast. If I can get it to stay still. But yeah. Because this is now in the town of Kenilworth. It's just a small town. At least half a dozen people that live here, as far as I know. And this is the main shops. This is it. Blink or you miss it. And you see a lot of bikes driving, riding. And all the bikes, people sitting in cafes. And then over here we've got a donut shop, which has a line-up of people line up to have donuts, and then bang, here we are. This is where we camp. The Kenilworth Showgrounds, it's called. Basically, it's all camping areas. And people will bring their caravans and tents. And he's driving in the exit. Oopsie. Anyway. Yeah. Kenilworth Showgrounds. Swimming pool there. Supposed to be having a pool night tomorrow night here. This is our crew. All from the Revival Fellowship. Have more of an update later once I get out of the car. But yeah, that's the setup here. This is the setup for our meetings. Brought my drum kit. This is my own personal drum kit. We'll just take spare speakers from our main church hall and whatever else. We just run the sound off this unit. And we just get the iPad. That's actually a photo of the creek down the back over here. Do all our controls on here, all our mixing. All that stuff. And we just sit back at the back of the hall, connect to Wi-Fi through the modem, and do all the sound adjustments. And yeah, the meeting's just finished now, but everyone's just standing around chatting.
Your name's not coming up? Christmas Day and the day before, Stuart and Melissa, like, she went to a lovely cafe in Palmwood on the Saturday, and then she went home for Christmas Day for 5 hours with Stuart and Melissa. When I get out, it's so good to get out.
Oh, come on.
I feel bad.
They usually coming up on Sunday, we're leaving on Saturday. That's because they're
Add her
coming.
in the wheelchair.
That's how I felt it when I was living at home with Dad with dementia. I felt this weird. I had to lock the doors.
Yeah.
I
You feel
felt
responsible.
like I was in prison.
We'll just go out for the day with you too.
Yeah, true.
So who, Jackson was
Across the roads, I was forever stopping
in
walking across the roads.
ICU.
And then I went to a servo once. We've
was
been
in
to the
ICU?
bank,
Yeah.
stopped at the servo.
And his,
Where the servo is. Yeah. And I'm in pain.
he's never told his mum to pray for him.
Out of the car and starts walking.
Yeah, ICU.
And he's trying to open the bank. It was trying to open
That's
the
right.
cellar. Thinking it was
See you in ICU?
and he's trying, and I'm like trying to pray.
What were you doing in there? You
You
like hospital food, don't you?
Yeah.
Jerry does. He goes in there.
I'm
starving, Mum.
I'm
No, it's not true.
Then they brought the shirt in for him.
But you're still here, so you're not your time to go yet.
No.
Yeah, he's such a virgin.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a big clip.
It's done that to me. I'll pick me up now.
I don't want to look at
I'm happy to go.
where he went.
Yeah,
I find whenever I go,
Jackson got a healing.
The next time you open your eyes, just read the Lord.
See how he was treated.
If you shut your eyes and go to sleep, next time you open them, it's not like opening them here in the morning, the sun's in your eyes.
Well, one time I went in there and he's
A lot brighter than that.
black and blue.
But I mean, that's where it's...
He's never told his mum to pray for him,
Oh,
and she prayed for him, and he got healed.
your mum.
Put a cast on it.
Wow,
and
that's a
just
good...
rip it off.
That's a turn.
Was he in pain?
no.
You serious?
You think the pain and then explaining that he's got to get it all back up.
She's still got a boyfriend?
He'll understand what's going on. One second.
If she was working, are they? They're here. So if they're
No,
working...
sorry. Yeah, is he spirit filled? Not yet.
Nah, put it on.
Be like Susie. Susie's this position I'm in right at the moment.
No, she's spiritual.
Yeah.
What is...
I think she's going to get baptised again if it wasn't done properly. That's what the
I'll
brother
say,
said.
this is what Brenda's got to say about it.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
About your dad.
Oh, your dad.
Yeah, but that's a totally different situation.
Mm.
She wants to get baptised again.
She does?
No, isn't that what Michael said?
That's what Michael said.
Oh, Michael said.
To Susie. Mm.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's not two...
Phil baptised her.
yeah. I've read about it.
Michael from Gladstone has said that she has to be baptised again.
Mm.
Doesn't make sense.
She was in the ocean, but
Oh, that water's no good, mate.
How
How do you think the islanders all get baptised?
Amen.
They don't go into a pool or something.
And she's
No.
received the Holy Spirit too.
Yeah, she's not sure how to use it. She wants to come to the fold or
That's
something.
right. Yeah.
She's really lonely, but I put her to the Lord, and she's been blessed. But she needs fellowship, and she's waiting for me to do it. They've all got to do things up there, and she's lonely up there, no friends.
Who's this?
One of me friends,
What are they waiting
lady
for?
friend. Pardon?
What are they waiting for?
Me to things to be varied up there, so we can be together.
Yeah, but are they visiting her?
No one's. Her mum made Christmas.
No, but the fellowship.
No one's visiting her. Michael had to go to a funeral.
Introduce them on the phone.
Okay.
That's what I said to Dee, because he's got that's his job to do. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a feeling
It sort of
that.
happens from the bottom.
And this is amazing because I think my mum was mother was led of the Spirit. I was talking about Susie come along to the Lord. What did I say? She's got to come to a meeting, and my mum was talking, and she come out of the Spirit and saying it's not going to work like that. And I instantly thought, oh, she wasn't. She was referring to like I don't know. She just come out with it. The Lord must have prodded her to say it. And I thought that sounds exactly what the Lord. Well, it sounds like exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with you baptised.
No.
So,
I put it to the Lord.
Yeah, leave it with the Lord.
Believe it's yeah, the Spirit.
Because he can change people's minds.
Yeah.
Vanuatu, what happened there?
We had 7 baptisms, remember?
No, 6 baptisms, 7 spirit
Seven
filled.
Spirit-filled.
You're
So
holding my best mate.
healing testimonies?
Right?
Healing testimonies and that?
Healing testimonies?
Pardon?
Healing testimonies.
Healing testimonies from Vanuatu. Vanuatu was a bit different because they were having a teaching rally and we just went over there and was doing outreach.
Yeah.
So, here's something. We went to the markets on the first day. For the second day we were there.
Second day, first day we were wiped out.
And we wanted to do an outreach in the marketplace.
Yep.
And then they said, no, you have to fill out forms and you have to pay money to do an outreach in the
2 days'
marketplace
time.
in 2 days' time. And I said, well, let's
So
just
whereabouts do you
go
live,
down the park under a
In
tree and
Woodridge.
have an outreach.
Oh, okay.
So we went under a big mango
I
tree
would come up
and
here every
we were
now
all
and
having
Yeah, somebody
playing
we
music
catch a train
and
up
just
here.
then.
a huge crowd. We just didn't have
2.5
enough
hours on the
witnesses,
train.
you know.
Wow.
And there was this man, he was a chief, and he was over the other side, and his grandson said, let's go over there, and he was like, no, we're not going over there, and then God told him to go over there, so he come over, and he listened to us, and he listened to all the, because we shared testimonies, and then he asked us to come to his village, to outreach at his village, because of the youth there getting into drugs and alcohol and being very disrespectful. So we did. Went over there and people listened, and one man received the Holy Spirit in the bus stop,
Yeah, right.
and an older man who was lame was prayed for, but the leaders sort of went and prayed with him.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the last day on the communion day was when 6 people were baptised. We had to leave before that to come home. But we did went to the marketplace, the villages, just outreaching.
Yep.
And it's great. Sowing seeds, watering, and people are returning that have been away for a long time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So, can't wait to go back next year. Yeah.
Just wanted to get some good testimonies because I just want to actually, I've got some friends in America, I just wanted to get some documentation, recording,
Yeah.
so they can see what's going on, what we're doing.
I just felt like we didn't have enough time. There's so much work to do over there.
Yep.
There's not enough time.
There was those other times you went over, there was some people that got healed of a few things.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. I'm racking my brain.
Yeah, I remember giving the testimony a while back about it and I've forgotten what it was.
What's some of the testimonies of the other times we've been away to and seen you?
When we went up to with Pauline,
Yeah, our first ever visit, we went to Vanuatu and we went to the paediatric ward in the hospital.
Yep.
We went up there and we were praying for people, and we come into a ward and there's 4 beds. And there was 3 of us, and the first one was this woman had this baby trying to breathe, just like the rib cage of a baby that's trying to breathe but can't. And we asked, do you want prayer? She said yes, so we laid hands on her and the baby and prayed. And then once she prayed with someone, you look up, and then the rest of them are coming.
Yeah,
and
they
then
got
come
their hand
over.
out the skin and
This is in Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just all
So
split up.
we split up, went to the beds, and when we finished there, we turned around. The baby's breathing normally in the bassinet, and the mother's reading a pamphlet.
Wow.
I had another one the same as that, and because the mucus, she couldn't drink either because they couldn't breathe at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we come back,
Yeah.
it was on the breastfeeding.
Oh.
So, like,
And
it was a very short time, a few minutes. Like,
Yeah.
another one was this lady had a baby with chalky bones, and we prayed with that. And then a couple of nights later, we were heading to the meeting. So it's in the dark, and we're walking down the street, and it's dimly lit. And this woman just shot out of the dark, and she's like, "Hi!" And we're like, "Ah!"
we went over the,
And she's like, "Remember me?" And it's like dark, and I'm like, "I can't even see you."
Yeah, yeah.
And she was at home with her baby from the hospital.
So she was so excited she had to tell you.
Oh, he's been in there plenty of times.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry, that was Dawn.
Yeah.
And
Hi, Dawn.
I told her I was with you guys. She said, "Oh," she knows you. She doesn't know anybody else. Say hello. Yeah. She's pretty good. There's a real testimony in that which I haven't told you about. Actually, I should have told Sharon when she was here. Yeah, because that's answered a prayer with her because she was not good and now she's okay.
That'd be good. Don't forget the colour.
Nice.
Thank you very much for your hospitality and
Oh, you're
thank you
welcome,
for
eh?
your fellowship.
Yeah.
We go.
God bless.
See ya, God bless.
God
Bye.
God bless. Godspeed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Please bless him and take care of him, Lord, in your way.
There's another time we were in Fiji.
Attack.
We were in Fiji, and we went into the pediatric ward, and the Muslims were letting us pray over them. The Hindus were letting us pray over them because in the pediatric ward they have no control over what's happening to their child, so they're desperate for help. And I was with a woman, and I started singing a Fiji song with her because she said I knew a Fiji song, so I sang that. And then we prayed with a man over here. What's that? So he received the Holy Spirit while praying with his son, and then we're like, well, now you pray with your son. You lay hands on your son and you pray with your son. Yeah.
That was good.
It was
I was
great.
surprised that those other religions would come and asking for prayer.
And then we went out into the stairwell and prayed with a Hindu man.
Yeah, up the stair, I remember that.
And
Any Catholics?
something happened because he wanted to stop, you know.
Yeah,
You know when something happens
he felt
when
something
they go,
and
no.
he felt something.
But he said he'd have to go home and his son could read English because the pamphlet we had was in English. But he would need to get permission from his father to go to church. It's the Hindu
Yep.
religion.
Tried next up,
Yep. Mm.
What else?
There's trouble, Jackson. I can see me sitting on you.
I know Jackson's had a few healings over his time.
Yes.
What testimonies you got, Jackson? I see you, and now you can see me.
The fact that he's got fibromyalgia and he's still alive and kicking
No,
quite
he's
well.
got cystic fibrosis.
I know you're recording, so I'll share the latest one. Yeah, it was about 6 weeks ago now. I had double pneumonia.
That's cystic fibrosis, that's
Yeah,
right.
so
Not fibromyalgia.
I got cystic fibrosis, and anyway, you know, I felt like I was doing better, but I kind of wasn't. And so I ended up in hospital, and anyway, I was severely unwell, and a couple of days later I ended up in intensive care for about 3 days now, and anyway, a couple of days later I came back up onto the ward, and a doctor who I'd never seen before, had never met, he walked into my room and he said, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news? And I said, well, what's the good news? And he goes, you can go home on Sunday. And I said, wait, what are you talking about? And he goes, your lungs are completely clear. I've obviously been healed, and I was able to get out a week before because the doctors had said that I was going to be in for 2 weeks. I was only in there for 7 or 8 days. So. praise the Lord for that. What's another one?
You wanted to stay there that week.
You were in
so
there
you
a
could
few
have more
times.
hospital
You've
food.
been in the hospital a couple of times.
What was
over
the
the
bad
years.
news?
What's the bad news?
Yeah, what was the bad news?
The bad news was that I had to waive the food.
Had to what?
But I had to waive
The
the
hospital
food.
food, yeah.
Oh no.
Trying to think of other ones.
How's you having to wait for hospital food?
Yeah, it's
That's the best part of it, isn't it?
We weren't cooked before that, you are cooked up, yeah.
It's always the beef stroganoff that keeps me going, that's for sure.
Beef stroganoff and eat your porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the other one? Yeah, just another healing one was when I was born, I had a heart defect. They called it a atrial septal defect. Big fancy name, but anyway. And so it was at the age of 6 months old. I had surgery to repair that heart defect. All went well. The Lord had His hand on me the whole entire time. But not just the biggest outcome out of that is that I'm here 21 years later. I shouldn't have been alive at 2 years old, and here I am now. I'm 21. I'm living life to the full. I'm playing drums in the band, which is great. And yeah, just loving life.
Working for a living?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll do that one too. But yeah, it was a couple of weeks after that I got out of hospital. I was working for the Australian Taxation Department for about 2 years, and one day I walked into work. Very nice job, very nice people, very nice office, and they said, "Why you gone?" And didn't get any warning, didn't get any notice. So I was unemployed for about maybe 5 months until a job at Australia Post opened up. And so I said to the Lord, I'm like, look, if this is the job you want me to be in, please provide it for me. And interview process, pretty hectic, and all the paperwork you've got to sign. Anyway, it was probably about 2 weeks later, after those 5 months, that I got a phone call from Australia Post saying, you've got the job. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. So, in answer to prayer, I've now been working in that job for 4 weeks now and loving it. So, praise the Lord.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Well, this is our main camping area. All the guys from our fellowship. We'll set up tents and stuff. A whole bunch of people in here. Papua New Guineans in this area. And then over here, got these guys. Don't know who these guys are. Do you know who these guys are? Who are these guys? Who are these? Ah! Who are these guys? I'm just videoing you.
Oh.
How you going?
Yes.
What's going on? You you lost something?
Good dummy.
Oh no, not the dummy.
Oh no.
The dreaded dummy.
Not like the other night, that was mental. Someone else had to give her a dummy so she could go to sleep.
Oh no.
Put your arm out.
And we got the showgrounds area where we got a cricket pitch and sort of multi-purpose, I suppose. People are all set up camp over here as well on this side of the fence now. So there we are. And that's about the end of it. This is what we see a lot of in Australia, especially in these areas, is cars towing caravans, 4 drivers towing caravans, as what you see here. And yep, flying beast. If I can get it to stay still. But yeah. Because this is now in the town of Kenilworth. It's just a small town. At least half a dozen people that live here, as far as I know. And this is the main shops. This is it. Blink or you miss it. And you see a lot of bikes driving and riding. And all the bikes, people sitting in cafes. And then over here we've got a donut shop, which has a line-up of people line up to have donuts, and then bang, here we are. This is where we camp. The Kenilworth Showgrounds, it's called. Basically, it's all camping areas where people will bring their caravans and tents. And he's driving in the exit. Oopsie. Anyway. Yeah. Kenilworth Showgrounds. Swimming pool there. Supposed to be having a pool night tomorrow night here. This is our crew. All from the Revival Fellowship. Have more of an update later once I get out of the car. But yeah, that's the setup here.